Just say if you wanna go.
Ni hao Taiwan, this is Rini, and you're listening to ICRT FM 100.
What's up, fam? I'm Joey, and today, once again, we get a chance to speak with one of our favorite artists from around the world. I would say he's a neo-soul sensation. He is a singer-songwriter and a producer. His name is Rini. What's up?
Sir, what's up, Joey? Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, for sure. It's so good to have you. Your music has absolutely blown up in the last, I would say, 4 to 5 years.
Yes, sir.
And it's been a bit of a crazy ride, right? Like starting from your self-titled EP release, album, EP, and then concert tour in the States. You just wrapped up a huge tour in the States.
Yeah.
Now you're coming to Asia side. In fact, the first city you'll be visiting is my hometown where I am in Taipei. So
let's go. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
super excited,
let's
man.
do it.
I've been meaning to actually, come to Asia for a while now. It's just, in the midst of COVID, everything kind of got postponed, and it took a little bit to kind of get back to that path. So I'm just glad that we got to make it work, and I'm coming next month, so I'm excited.
Story of our life, though. Everything got put on hold for a bit, right?
I know. It's wild, man.
Having your music blown up in the last 5 years, like what were some memorable moments for you that really changed your perspective?
I think the most, the number one most obvious one is probably moving out to the States.
Yeah.
Growing up in Australia, it was a whole different, culture, and, I have to adapt to like that new environment, find kind of like a community in LA, and, just build new relationships. So I think like that's probably one of the most, life-changing moments. And obviously like making the album Constellations, which is like my very first, album that I made under a label, and being able to work with more people, and like people with like crazy talented people. That's another memorable moment. What else? Getting to meet some of my heroes, and like people that I look up to, and yeah, man, just experiencing like life in that kind of level is like different. Like it's I'm still trying to kind of like wrap my head around. So.
Tell me more about that last one. Who were some of the heroes that you finally got to meet?
I got to meet like SZA.
Oh, that's a name drop right there.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it wasn't that kind of like, it wasn't that deep. Like it was just like, hey, I'm a big fan.
Like a hello
thing.
And yeah.
But she was super cool. She was sweet. Who else have I met? Like Sir. I met like some really dope producers as well.
Yeah.
That look up to, and currently working with as well. It's like pretty crazy right now. So
who were some of the artists that you listened to when you were younger?
Mm-hmm.
I would say your music is somewhere between like D'Angelo's neo soul to, I would say, like somewhere between Frank Ocean and those two.
You're pretty on point about like the artists. So yeah, like Frank Ocean is like definitely one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to like music and like writing lyrically. He's such a crazy writer, and such a talented singer as well. Yeah, you're right about like the D'Angelo inspiration as well. Like a lot of my neo soul sound was inspired by like D'Angelo, Lauryn Hill, Music Soul Child. When I moved to Australia, that's like what I listened to a lot. And stuff like Prince, Michael Jackson. Those are like my biggest inspiration.
I find that Music Soul Child is a name that doesn't get dropped enough.
Oh yeah, he's super underrated, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I think back in the day, he was definitely on one of the top neo soul R&B artists, I would say. Made that change.
The song Just Friends, like Dun,
I
dun, dun,
love
dun,
that song.
dun, dun. Oh,
Yeah.
that whole song. You know what that song is? That song is a playbook for anyone trying to like, like drop riz on
Is
someone you don't know.
exactly, man. That song is so smooth. It's like
Yeah.
one of the first songs that I actually heard that's like in the neo soul genre, and I was like, dang, like this is the type of music I wanna, I wanna make. It's like that groove, that feeling. So yeah, like shout out to Music Soul Child, man.
Shout out to
It's
Music Soul
great.
Child, and also shout out to Michael Jackson. Actually, his anniversary, his passing
Right.
anniversary is coming up,
Yeah.
right? Like on the 25th. In fact, you know what else is coming up? Your birthday's coming up, isn't it?
I know it is. How did you know, man?
Hey, I did my research. What are you gonna do? Are you celebrating?
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna be back home for my birthday.
Nice.
Gonna head back home next week. So go see the family. Probably go, I don't know, go out for dinner. Just talk, catch up, and have some nice food.
Yeah.
And then yeah, go away for a little bit. Just before all the crazy stuff
Before all the
happens
crazy
and
stuff.
touring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, you have a couple of birthday twins, couple of artists. One is
Oh wow.
one is Oliver Tree, and the other one is Nicole Scherzinger.
Ooh.
Which one would you want to collaborate with more?
I mean, I would want to collaborate more with definitely like Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah.
Because I think she is also like part Filipino, right?
Yeah, that's oh yeah. You
Am
know
I
what? I
mistaken?
forgot. No, you're right. I forgot about that.
There you go. I feel like it's just meant to be. I mean, I love Oliver Tree too, but he can get wild, too wild sometimes.
Yeah, you can. Okay, so your journey started in the Philippines, right? You were born,
Yes.
what is it, like 5-6 hours away from Manila?
Probably like 3-4 hours. Yeah.
3-4 hours, so it's
So
a lot closer.
kind of like I don't know if anybody would know, but like yeah, like Subic is like kind of like a popular um it's like an area where I grew up, and like a lot of people know about it because that's where like the US Navy base is and all that jazz. Yeah.
Is that your family background? Like, is your dad's
Yeah, that's where
a serviceman?
my dad grew up,
Okay.
and
Okay, and so
some of my family's still there.
oh, are they? But then you guys moved, or you moved to Australia when you were young, or the
Yes.
whole family picked up and went?
The whole family. So my dad was the first one to move to Australia because he got a job
Yeah.
out there, and then yeah,
Yeah.
brought my mom and me and my siblings. So yeah, now we
There are a lot of incredible musicians who are from families of servicemen. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if it's the fact that you guys got to move so much that you get to embrace different kinds of music or
I
what. But
guess
like,
that could definitely play a role to it, man. I think yeah, like being around a lot of places kind of like exposes you to, a lot of different
yeah,
things, and
yeah.
those things may inspire you.
And the thing about your music is that, okay, for example, you dropped Ultraviolet December last year, right? And what really amazes me is that sometimes the R&B genre can get like certain artists, okay, I'm not gonna say who, but like sometimes you can get into like a typecast of music that you do, and then your repertoire or R&B can sound almost monotonous or the same. But that never happened to you. Ultraviolet is still like breaking new grounds for
Right.
your music.
Yep.
How do you, because you're a producer too, how do you keep your music fresh? What do you need to like constantly hone your skill sets on, and what do you think about all the time?
That's a great question, man, first of all. I think for me, I always just, like kind of just trying to outdo myself
Hmm.
and just like seeing how far I can go, with my sound without breaking the Rini sound.
Yeah.
I feel like also like it's so much fun trying to like explore a new genre, new type of vibe
Yeah.
every time. And I feel like every different vibe, there's always different conversation.
Yeah.
And that's I think what makes it so refreshing is because it's always going to be different from your previous stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't I try not to do what I've already done, because I feel like that's kind of just you'll be stuck doing that stuff. And yeah,
Yeah.
always just find joy trying new things, man. It's a little risky sometimes. It feels a little
Yeah.
risky and scary,
Yeah.
but I think it's like one of those things where you just gotta You just gotta try it out, but you gotta be also mindful of how much you how far you take it. You gotta be like, you gotta take it step by step.
Yeah,
and
right,
just
right, right.
show little bits, little time,
So
if you know what I mean.
I know, I totally understand. Like if you change too much and your
Yeah,
your
yeah.
listeners cannot sort of like catch up to where you are or the mindset that you're in right now, that could be trouble,
It could
right?
definitely throw them off. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So okay, you have a new single out that just came out a few months ago, I think, right? It's called My Luv.
Yes, it is.
So you feature an artist called Bibi Borelli, who I don't know if a lot of people has heard of her, but I think most of you have heard Rihanna's "Be Better Have My Money." She wrote that song, didn't she?
Yep, she killed that.
She definitely
She's
did.
yeah. I mean, like that's one of the biggest songs that Rihanna has. So, like, yeah, I'm hands down, she's like probably one of the most talented writers I've ever, met. And like that song, My Love, came about so easy because like she was just jamming. She was singing her melodies. It was just perfect. So
Okay, so it was an organic collaboration.
definitely.
Do you write music for someone else? And if you haven't done a lot of that yet, who would you want to write music for?
I have tried, I've done a couple, but with like trying to get that to like other artists, it's always, you're never 100% gonna get it. But I do want to do it more.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe after this next project, I kind of want to like, sit in the back while I figure out what I want to do next and just like do stuff for other people, whether like, that's producing or songwriting, because I love doing both. And I think it's just a great way to also like see a different perspective.
Mm.
Some of the artists that I would love to write for, I feel like I'd love for, The Weeknd. Like that's
Oh,
like one of the biggest artists that if I could write for The Weeknd, that would be crazy. Or like Rihanna. Rihanna would be dope too.
yeah.
SZA,
Yeah,
you
of
know.
course. There's a fighting chance for you now that you met her.
I know. Hopefully one day. Who knows, man? Hopefully.
I think The Weeknd would be perfect for you because as someone who's like an alternative R&B artist and also a producer, like he is definitely someone that, is it's
Yeah.
the same mold, right?
Sonic,
Your music,
yes.
yeah, would probably work very well together.
100%.
Okay, so what's coming up for you? Like, are you writing new music? Are we here in Taipei going to be able to hear something new at the concert?
I mean, like the newest single, they will definitely, hear it live, and I'm super excited for them to hear it live. Um, in terms of like new music, I'm currently working on like a project
Mm-hmm.
right now, and it's early stages, but I have the sound that I wanted to, like accomplish. It's already kind of like put together, and I just need to tie a few things and make it a whole cohesive thing. So I'm excited because it's gonna be a whole different vibe as well, compared to Ultraviolet and
Okay,
Constellations. So
okay.
yeah, it's gonna be more like rocky,
Oh,
alternative R&B-ish type thing. So
interesting.
yeah.
I mean, you did actually show, talking about taking things step by step, you actually did show a little bit of rockier side of you in Ultraviolet, right?
Exactly.
So I was
Yes.
thinking
I'm
you
glad
might.
you noticed that.
Yeah. Okay, looking forward to a new chapter for Rini's music. For the meantime, everybody still go listen to My Luv. And of course, look out for a concert here in Taipei at Legacy Taipei, one of the
Legacy
longest
Taipei.
standing intimate venues here in Taipei. And of course, throughout Asia. And Rini, thank you so much for making this Asia leg, and thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you so much, Joey. I'm happy to be, doing this interview, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Yeah.
I'll be in Taipei soon.
See you soon, bro.
I'll catch you, man. Thank you.
'Cause I can't make you stay.